I'm talking about today hides mental illness.
For Emily Torchiana, her mask was social media. The College of Charleston co-ed from Philadelphia says on Facebook and Instagram she had it all together. But those were lies.
Absolutely no one knew that just 2 months before I was sitting in my tiny dorm room, I had been sitting in an even tinier room in the psychiatric unit of a hospital after attempting suicide.
The victim of severe cyberbullying in high school, Emily says she felt like so many others feel, like she had nobody to talk to and didn't even know how sick she was.
I was diagnosed with PTSD, social anxiety, and depression, and it was actually the first time in the hospital and in the outpatient care that I felt like there were people that understood what I was going through.
While at the college, even though she was masking her struggles, Emily took advantage of free therapy sessions offered by the school. Her counselor asked Emily to share her story. First, she was hesitant, but agreed, thinking nobody would show up.
I then went to that talk that day, and the entire room was filled with people sitting outside to listen. After I spoke, there was this line of people coming up to me, boys on the basketball team that were 7 feet tall that looked like they have their whole life together, saying that they struggle with anxiety, or a girl that sat next to me for that entire school year, she was dealing with bipolar disorder, and then girls in my sorority with anorexia. So it just was like a range of people that were dealing with different things, but it reminded me of the hospital where we were all struggling with different things, but I didn't feel alone.
From there, she traveled the country telling her story, but Emily wanted to share other stories as well.
Stories like these take the reader into the soul of another human being.
Thus, the Invisible Illnesses Project was born, a blog with stories that she thought would last a couple of months, exploded into an online community with hundreds of thousands of views, leading her to create the nonprofit that is growing every day.
It just meant so much to me hearing that people were gaining something from these stories and receiving messages like, a story on your website helped me tell my parents I've been struggling, or I started going back to counseling, and even some that say like that story helped save my life because I thought I was the only one going through that. That's what made me think like, wow, this could mean like be impactful to some people that need it, and if I'm able to be that middle person for them, then that would be great for me.
Emily has taken the foundation offline as well into colleges, high schools, and even middle schools. But she said she doesn't want to be isolated to students because mental illness doesn't discriminate. She wants anyone and everyone to be able to take off that mask. Brad Franco